Never been more beautiful to me.
Oh, that's incredible.
You're breathtaking. I thought mornings like this were lost to me forever.
So did I.
I don't know how many times I woke up in this room. My first thought was of you. Trying to do battle every day, but trying to keep hoping to see you. Trying to keep from picking up a phone and calling you. I'm such a fool.
Yes, you were.
Well, I won't have it again. From now on, this is our beginning. We don't look back. I love you. I can't tell you how much I love you.
You don't have to. I already know. Because it's as much as I love you. You're going to get in trouble.
No, not me, sweetheart. The father of our country might catch a little grief, but I'm safe.
Dr. Rawlings liked that plant. I saw him taking care of it, Pearl.
Why do you think old George picked it? Hmm?
You have to stop doing things like this.
I gotta do things like this. How else do I get to stick around unless I can convince the top brass up there that I got a little bit of the old fruitcake inside of me still? Otherwise, I've lived like a good boy. They ship me home. I can't help you leave no more.
But they'll put you in the quiet room and you'll be all alone.
No, Kelly, I appreciate your concern, but me, I'm gonna be fine. I'm too fast for these bozos. Now, as for you, you gotta steer clear until the dust settles, and by all means, don't let them catch you talking to me. Look.
Oh, and where are you going?
No place.
What is the meaning of this? What happened to Dr. Rawlings' plant?
I don't know. It was like that when I came in.
Well, there's no point in asking you. Kelly, maybe you can tell us how this happened. I asked you a question. I expect an answer.
I cannot tell a lie. It was I, Nurse Gaynor, the gentleman from Virginia, who chopped down your cherry tree.
I hope none of you think this is funny. A beautiful tree plant has been destroyed here. It was here only for you all to enjoy.
My sincerest apologies, madam. It must have been a strain of battle. If I must confess, I have not been myself since Valley Forge.
You know, there are some hospitals that are not like this. There are no plants. There are no pretty things to look at.
He didn't mean it.
Oh, I hope not. Because you see, if there is one more incident like this, our 4th of July celebration is canceled. Do you understand? No parties. Nothing. Think about it, Mr. Kupnick. Oh, I was so worried.
Was I gone that long?
No, about an hour. Where'd you walk to?
I don't know. I just put one foot in front of the other, waiting for the anger to go away. It didn't.
What I've been doing is, if I don't think about it, I figure it'll be as though it never happened.
You raped him, Mary. All you ever gave him was trust and friendship.
I'm sorry that you ever had to find out.
I'm sorry I didn't find out when it happened. You'd be standing trial right now. You do know we have to prosecute. Rape's a crime, whether it's perpetrated by a perfect stranger or somebody that calls himself your husband. People do not have the right to force themselves on other people.
That's not the answer, though.
I hope this isn't some misguided impulse. Turn the other cheek, Mary. Don't ask me to do that. I can't. I won't.
No, I can't face the publicity of a trial. I don't think I can't relive that ugliness in front of everybody.
We can't let this go unpunished.
Mason, what about the child? I mean, a baby isn't a little baby forever. It grows up, it finds out things, and supposing it is Mark's baby, how would that be if it were to find out that its father once stood trial for raping its mother?
I can't just forget and go on, Mary. I can't let Mark McCormick think that he had some kind of marital dispensation to abuse you. Part of him still believes that he had a right to hurt you. I can't let him get away with that.
Well, what are you going to do?
What I should have done last night.
Okay, what do you think I should do now? Sneak down the back steps and go out the service entrance.
What are you talking about?
Make quite a stir sitting down at the breakfast table, wouldn't I? You wouldn't want to see all those jaws drop open.
Let the jaws drop. They can drop down to the floor for all I care. I want the whole world to know.
Cece,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to let us take a little time with this.
Why, darling? All the children want us to be together again. Even Eden just about threw us into each other's arms, didn't she?
I know she did, and I love her for it. But I just like us to work it out on our own first, to build a foundation.
Baby, nothing's going to change. I mean, it's going to be different. I know I've disappointed you so much in the past, but that won't ever happen again. I promise you it won't.
All I'm asking for is some time to get used to this happiness. Just to be together without worrying about the future or family or responsibilities. Just time for us. To kind of get used to this feeling of trust again.
You're talking about a courtship.
Oh, maybe I am.
Sounds reasonable. Sounds smart.
I don't mean you have to, every time you see me, have bunches of flowers under your arms.
I
or
like to
anything
bring
like
you
that.
bunches of flowers.
Well, then good. Have it your own way. I like daffodils this time of the year.
I want to do whatever makes you happy. You want to wait to make it official? I'll wait.
It's easy for you to say, but we both know it's not easy for you to do.
Oh, don't get smart with me. The first time in months, it's finally hope this family will be restored to what it was. It's because of you, too. You're my anchor, my balance. When you're there, I'm better. I'm a better father. I'm a better person. I'm better at everything. Can't understand why I'm so impatient.
Oh, I've missed being here so much. I've missed us all sitting around the table and the noise and the excitement.
You haven't had in a long time because you weren't here.
Maybe we could liven things up then.
Just say the word. We'll throw a party right now. Hey, right this minute.
Just like that? You remember the 4th of July parties we used to have? Fireworks halfway into the night?
Oh, that's terrific. Let's do that. Let's have a big...
Oh, we'll have a big party going on for days. How about that? Huh?
Today?
Today.
You know, you're crazy.
You have only yourself to blame. It's the way you were talking about having our whole family together. At least almost whole family.
Isn't there some way we could just get her out for one day? Then we'd really have something to celebrate.
Let me see what I can do about it. Maybe they make some special dispensations for certain cases, huh?
You know what they say. They'll say, oh, no, it's not soon enough.
I don't care what they say. I will give it a try. You know I will. There's one thing I've learned. Nothing's impossible. I thought I'd spend the rest of my life waking up in the morning all by myself with all my recriminations. Instead, I find myself with the most beautiful woman in the whole wide world right here in my arms. And you tell me how that happened?
Just don't ever let go.
He seems to be a George Washington today, Doctor. He says that was a cherry tree.
You'll have to excuse me, Doctor. I must retire to my quarters. There's great, severe pain in my head. It's the teeth, sir. They have never fit quite right. And the splinters, you wouldn't believe. I mean, look at right here.
Let him go. Kelly, stay.
Did I do something wrong?
I want to talk to you.
I didn't hurt the tree, Dr. Rowley.
That's not what I want to talk about. Sit down. I just wanted to know how you feel.
Tired?
I'm sorry to hear that.
When I take the medicine, it makes me sleepy. Do I have to take it all the time?
Until you start to remember things, yes.
What things?
You know, Kelly, we've been through this before. The night in the hotel, before you came here. You were with a young man. There was a struggle. He fell for...
I don't remember.
What about Peter?
Peter?
He tried to hurt you, just like Dylan.
I don't know any Dylan.
Dylan is dead, Kelly. That's part of the reason that you were brought here. Do you remember why you came here?
I didn't want to come. And I don't want to stay. I want to go home. If I go home, I'll remember things. Here, I don't remember things.
That's why you need to take the medication. To help you relax. Sometimes when we relax, we can remember important things that we prefer to forget.
I'm tired. I'm too tired.
All right. We'll stop for now. But the sooner you remember, the sooner you can leave the hospital. Keep that in mind.
Kelly. Kelly, you all right? Hey. Oh, no. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't want to talk.
Well, of course, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to, Kelly.
I'm going to my room.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh, don't touch me.
Oh, no, don't.
No, go away.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. It was just an accident, Kelly. Didn't mean to bump into you, did you?
She wants to hurt me.
Oh.
Women are evil.
Oh, hold on a minute, pal. Relax. You've been hanging out with Kelly and Alice all week. They're your friends, huh?
Owen? What's wrong?
The trooper was shell-shocked at the Battle of Saratoga. Yes, sir.
Is it true about Morrison?
Is that what's upsetting you?
Well, I heard people talking. They said Morrison's back.
Don't worry. We're putting Mr. Morrison in another part of the hospital, Owen.
Please impart to me who this Morrison is. Redcoat or Colonial?
Someone. No one you have to worry about, Mr. Kupnik.
Washington! George Washington, to you, Matt! What about this Morrison dude? What's up?
He escaped.
Escape? How does he escape from a place like this?
He's big.
Yeah?
He beat up Nurse Gaynor once. They try to lock him in, but he gets away every time.
Yeah.
Delivery.
What's that?
We better call Nurse Gaynor. They're delivering the ice cream for the 4th of July party.
Oh, sounds good. Huh? You take care of it, all right? Delivery boy, listen, it's 2 doors down the right, the kitchen. Wait a minute, dude. Of course, disaster, didn't you?
I had to see you.
I'll tell you, the room is right in there, all right? You go inside, but the minute we hear any noise, you gotta split. The last thing I need is to explain that I got a delivery boy in my room. Now, get inside, quick. What are you looking at? Mr. Morrison, I presume.
What about it?
Welcome back, Morrison. I told you we'd catch up with you.
If you think this jack will hold me, you're crazy!
Security! Security!
That won't be necessary.
He's dangerous, Kovnik.
Of course he's dangerous. That's why I'm proud to serve with him. Colonel von Steuben, one of the finest soldiers who ever lived. If we win this revolution, it will be because of this man, right here. Good to have you back, General.
Likewise, I'm sure.
I want you and Simmons posted outside his door. Any sign of trouble, I'm going to order electroshock immediately.
Are you sure you're not a spy for the Redcoats?
I'm waiting, CC.
Oh, well, forgive me, Lionel. It's not easy to find the words. You see, I always knew that your family was diseased, but the extent of it has even me surprised.
If I had one inkling as to what you're talking
You know
about...
damn well what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your father and his phony holding companies. These insurance companies, that's what you come from, a fraud. A snake oil salesman that should have been put away with all the other small-time con artists.
not so small time. I mean, he put a dent in your fortune, didn't he? As well as getting you and your brother at each other's throats. He knew that Capwell against Capwell was easy. Family loyalty being so unimportant.
You're moralizing about my family? Your father was a thief.
At your expense.
I can see where it all comes to. I can tell you that. Explains all about your line of why you've never done an honest day's work in your life. I mean, you're just following the old man's example. Why should you build up your own business when all you have to do is steal from somebody else's?
Yeah, but see, money wasn't the point. It was more like an experiment. My father always said that the Capwells were so busy fighting each other, they wouldn't realize the ship was sinking until the water was waist high. He merely proved his point.
Oh, come off it, would you please? Anybody can be victimized by a common thief.
You didn't have to make it so easy for him, did you? I mean, the first time there were any holes in the books, you went straight for your brother. I mean, Cain and Abel had nothing on you guys.
Everything pointed to him. Probably arranged very cleverly by your father.
Are you pinning this on him, too?
Well, who else? The evidence was very carefully designed to be laid right in my brother's lap. Probably some sort of master plan by your father.
Oh, I see. And you never even suspected a setup. No, of course you wouldn't, because you were so anxious to grab power. You just took my father's opening, didn't you?
That's a lot of bullying, you know.
Oh, is it? Are you going to tell me now that you loved your brother, that you looked for every possible explanation about that embezzlement? Come on! You were so busy shoving him toward the exit, he didn't have time to pack a bag.
You weren't even there. How the hell do you know what went on?
I know that for 30 years that you were the bitterest of enemies when you should have been the closest of friends. I don't know what you were like when you were kids, but I imagine that the minute you were grown up, money became the all-important factor, didn't it? Oh, yeah, every man for himself. Well, I will tell you something, C.C. You can call my father a crook, and I have to admit, not everything he did was that ethical. But one thing is for sure, he loved me. And I loved him, and we stood up for each other. But that wouldn't mean anything to you, would it? Sophia, hello.
Hello, Lionel.
Something wrong, Lionel?
Not a thing.
Should have, told you he was here.
He would have found out sooner or later.
Well, so much for hiding it from the world.
You sure you didn't do it on purpose?
On my honor.
Kind of enjoyed it, though, didn't you?
Immensely.
You're really bad.
I know. That's why you love me.
Mason.
Go home, Mary. I don't want you getting hurt.
I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Somebody get her out of here.
No, I'm staying here.
You go right ahead and hit me, Mason. That's not going to change anything. She's still my child.
Stop it,
This
both of
isn't
you,
your
please,
child,
just
Mark.
don't.
I can't believe fate would be that cruel.
She was my wife once, Mason. You know, you can't just erase me. You can't pretend that I never existed. I was married to her.
A lot it meant to you, huh? Haven't you ever heard of mutual respect, mutual consent, mutual anything?
I don't know what she told you, Mason, but she didn't fight me.
Oh, Mark, for God's sake.
What? What did you say?
I said she wanted it. Why do you think she took so long to tell you?
Oh, God!
Please! Mr. Capwell, get a grip on yourself.
Oh, that's real good, Mason. That's real good, because unless you can get that annulment without my signature, you can just kiss it goodbye.
Mark, what is that going to do?
That's going to keep Mason Capwell from raising my child. If it's my child, Mary, I want it. I'm going to raise it.
What about when we find out it's my child?
That testing's going to take a little while, isn't it, Mason? I guess we'll all just have to wait and see.
That should be right in.
Honey, they have the morning meeting for all the patients. Maybe it's not over yet.
Why couldn't they let her come home for just one day?
Mom.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, my angel. Oh, God, I love you.
It's good to see you. Oh, we just came over in the spur of the moment. Your mom and I were talking about you, and we missed you so much we had to get in the car and just come right over.
Doctors are pretty mad that we didn't call, but you know your dad. He just talked them right into it.
Sure, you know your dad. You look so pretty today, kid.
No, I don't. I don't. I looked ugly.
What do you mean? You could never look ugly.
4th of July soon.
That's right, it is, honey.
That's right. As a matter of fact, your dad and I were just reminiscing this morning about the 4th of July parties we used to have when we had all the fireworks and all those people when you were young. Do you remember?
I think so.
You never liked Roman candles and rockets, though. You like sparklers. You used to run out in the streets to wave them around, making designs in the air.
It was like catching lightning bugs.
That's exactly what you used to say, baby.
I was afraid you'd forgotten all about those times, honey.
We used to have a cake that was red, white, and blue. People were there. Happy.
Tell you what, Angel. When you get out of this hospital, we're going to have another party just like that. It doesn't mean it has to be the 4th of July. We're going to have the fireworks and we're going to have the sparklers just for you.
Mommy, can I come home now? Mommy, please take me with you today. Daddy? Daddy, please take me home.
Honey.
Please. Baby doll. Oh, come here. I'll talk to you for a minute. We miss you. We miss you so much and we love you. You know what I do every morning? As soon as I get up, I have a little private time. And I think about you. I think about how much I love you. And I think about what a beautiful person you are. And then I try as hard as I can to send those thoughts to you. So maybe you'll feel them here in the hospital, and I have this crazy hope that maybe it'll help you get better a lot sooner. So you can get out of here.
Sweetheart, it's not going to be much longer, we promise you. It's getting so much better already, you can't believe it.
No. Not if I stay here. I can't get better if I stay here.
No, babe, your dad's right. He really is. I mean, you seem a little bit better than me. You're going to be home before you know it.
And, we'll be visiting. We'll be visiting you again, honey. I mean, and you want us to bring you something? Can we get you anything from home, outside, anything? Huh?
No.
Come on. Kelly, you must be able to think of something. I have an idea. How about a whole batch of Rose's cookies? We have cookies here. We have a party. Oh, you are? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're celebrating. I have to help with decorations. Kelly, please don't go yet, okay? I have to go.
Sweetheart, I love you. Please give me a hug, please.
Put your mom in on this, okay? Listen, you have a good time at your party. There'll be any sparklers.
I really hate your being in here. I worry about you constantly.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just certain mornings they are hairier than others.
Well, haven't you done enough? Gosh, you've been in here for days now. I'm afraid that if you stay in here any longer, you're going to get yourself into some serious trouble.
It's not enough till I find out the truth about my brother. I mean, one thing is for sure. This doctor, this Rollins, he's a bad egg. He's as rotten as they come. I gotta keep Kelly away from him. You understand?
Well, is it worth subjecting yourself to all of this?
Boy, you wouldn't even ask that question if you really knew the number that he did on my kid brother.
Pearl, you never really told me what happened to your brother.
Yeah, well, that's because I go literally crazy every time I even talk about him. I mean, they call this guy a doctor, and I don't see him curing anybody. I mean, he's supposed to be helping, right? But he's preying on poor, defenseless people who can't help themselves. Like Kelly, for instance. Every time she tries to make a couple of tentative steps, he squashes her with his rules, his regulations, his Freudian...
You're doing your very best. And you'll get her out of here. You will.
It better be soon.
Mr. Kupnick, it's Dr. Rawlings. I want to talk to you. What's the matter with this door? Open it immediately.
Something wrong?
I hope you don't know anything about this, Kelly.
What?
Leonard fixed his door so I can't open it. We don't allow that here.
Well, maybe he doesn't feel well.
Then we should be able to get in to help him feel better. Leonard, I'm going to break this down.
Well, Dr. Raleigh, sometimes when I have a bad headache, I fall asleep. Maybe he's just fallen sleepy and he can't hear.
He can hear me, all right. Stand back.
At ease, Corporal. State your name and the name of your regiment. Halt, sir! I do not believe I give you permission to break rank, sir.
Come out of there this instant.
Hi.
Who are you and how did you get in here?
Her husband was wounded in battle not 2 days ago, sir. It was a terrible, terrible tragedy.
I said, who is she?
Frida Levinson, come on, Doc, give me a break. I mean, a guy gets kind of lonely around this kind of a place. You know what I mean?
Put your jacket on and get out of here. If I ever catch you in here without a pass, you'll be permanently barred from visiting Mr. Kupnick.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say hello.
Hello? This is hello?
Well, things kind of got out of hand, but haven't you ever been in love?
Goodbye, Mrs. Levinson.
Is everything all right, Doctor?
Certainly isn't. Call a meeting in the ward. We have to show some people what happens when rules are not only broken, but blatantly violated. And I want you there too, Kelly.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't let him sit there like nothing was wrong.
It's all right. It's over. Let's not go through it again.
It had to happen sooner or later, whether it was today or after the baby was born. At least this way we know what his intentions are, how to prepare.
How can we prepare? What are we going to do if he sues for custody?
He won't be granted custody if we can prove you were raped.
Oh, Mesa, why couldn't we have just kept quiet about it, gotten the annulment? Why do we have to go through this agony?
Because we have to do what's right. And running away from it isn't right. That's what you've been trying to do since the beginning.
Look, I've been trying to keep anyone else from getting hurt. Don't you understand that? This baby, I've been trying to protect you.
You can't protect people from the truth, Mary. I just hope that if it has to come out in court,
what?
then we have to prove you were raped. The fact that you didn't report it that night is going to make it that much more difficult. All Mark has to say is what he said today, that you didn't resist, you didn't fight.
Mason, you don't believe that, do you?
Of course not.
Are you sure?
Mary, I saw you afterwards. You were sick inside, but you wouldn't tell me why. If you'd told me then or told the police, it would have made things a lot easier.
I couldn't. He made me feel like it was my fault, like I drove him to it by being with you.
Stop.
I don't feel that way anymore. But at the time, look, one minute he was my husband. He was my oldest friend. He said he understood. The next minute I felt confused. I felt humiliated. I was scared. I just couldn't talk. I couldn't deal with it.
Well, I'm going to deal with it now. Mark's going to pay for what he did to you. I'm not going to show him any mercy.
Sophia.
Hi, Lionel.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
You're
I was
headed
just going to
somewhere.
see if I could find Eden. Maybe she wants
I
to
just
sit
wanted
down.
to apologize for being rude.
You
this
weren't
morning.
rude, no.
I didn't expect to see you so at home. I'm sorry if my exit wasn't more graceful.
No, I understand. At a time like that, people just don't know what to say.
You were looking so happy. I hope you are.
Thank you.
Will you sit for a minute?
You bet.
You know, I really did mean what I say about being happy. I'm glad you're happy.
I know you do. Thank you.
Last few months have been kind of tough on you. You deserve a little joy. Even if it is CC that's going to share it with you.
I think it's real good, Lionel. We're starting out this time. No secrets. We're going to be honest with each other from now on. I told him about the cancer.
He was so devastated when he found out. I hope you realize now the reason I told him. I mean, I knew he loved you, so I hope that you'll forgive me.
Cece already knew.
Oh,
How long ago did you tell him?
A few weeks
He
ago.
pretended he
doesn't
was
matter.
hearing it for the first time.
Well, of course he would. I told him that you didn't want anybody to know. I'm sure he was just guarding your
well,
privacy.
now I understand. Now I understand. All the tender, loving care.
Oh, Sophia, what?
He thought that he was doing a sick woman a great kindness.
Oh, I'm sure that wasn't it. He loves you. This is just a quicker way to bring
You
him to
know
his
what? I
senses.
really didn't understand. You know what he was doing to me? We would have an argument, and instead of biting my head off like he usually does, all of a sudden he would back off. Well, now I see why. He was treating me like some kind of helpless invalid.
Sophia, don't look at it that way.
How else can I look at it? How else can I look at it, Lionel? When I told him, he could have told me the truth. He could have said, I already know. But he didn't. And I sit down here with you, and I say, oh, boy, Cece and I are going to be real honest with each other. We're starting from a clean slate. What kind of honesty is that?
You see, I knew something. I knew it was too good to be true. It was false. From the very beginning.
What are you thinking?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I do. What?
I'm thinking that I wish I'd never gotten pregnant. That's what forced this issue.
Don't say that.
It's true, though. We could have gotten the annulment. We could have gotten married. We could have planned a family on our own schedule.
Oh, children aren't about schedules, Mary. There's a purpose for this child. We're given this baby for a reason.
How can you be so sure about that?
I remember how I felt when you told me about it. I've never been that sure of anything.
Mason, I know you don't want to look at this possibility. I sure don't, but you know there's a chance this baby could be Mark's. It really could be.
It'll be your baby, Mary. How could I not love it?
He better come to his senses before then, because I'm never letting him near this baby.
I can even think that'll happen. Babies are created when two people love each other, Mary. This one is ours. In every way that counts.
All right, but that doesn't solve anything. How are we going to give it a name?
Maybe Mark will change his mind about the annulment.
Do you really think that's going to happen?
Probably not.
There may not be an annulment if Mark doesn't cooperate. If there's no annulment, I can't marry you. Unless... I don't even want to think about it. Divorce. I'd have to leave the church.
Whatever you decide, no matter how long it takes, I'll understand.
Mason, I'm really going to have to think about this a long time.
Let's go for a walk. I think better when I'm outside. Look at it this way. Things couldn't get any worse.
I hope not.
Not one of you here can claim to be surprised. You were warned. Nurse Gaynor told Mr. Kupnick that if he continued to have no respect for the way we run things around here, that there would be no party. I'm sure you're disappointed. You should be. It would have been very pleasant. A nice break in the routine. But Mr. Kupnick continued to test us. He wanted to see whether we were serious or not. He didn't believe that we would make everybody suffer just because he was foolish. Well, now he knows that we are serious. And you know that if you get a warning in the future, you better pay attention, because Nurse Gaynor and I always mean what we say. Always.
What can I say, guys? Huh?
We were going to have ice cream, hot dogs outside.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really blew it this time. Oh, and listen to me. I didn't think I'd get caught. That's all. Hey, well, you don't hate me too, do you?
No.
I bet you do.
No.
No? What? I mean, the first time in 3 weeks you're going to have any fun. I blow it for you.
Don't talk about it.
Okay.
We used to have good parties at my house when I was a little girl.
Yeah, I bet you did, you know. Your father, your old man, he probably brought the whole fire department down the backyard to put on a big display, huh? Yeah, invited the whole town, right?
Practically.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Kelly, you're gonna have parties like that again. Yeah, you will. It's just that you gotta blow this pop stand first, and then things are gonna start looking up, I guarantee you.
I asked them if I could come home with them today, and they said no.
Who?
My mother and father.
Oh, yeah, well, the way it works in this hospital is you gotta get permission from the doctor first. You know, your parents, they would love to just stash you at the backseat of the Cadillac and take off, but their papers and papers, it's a whole bit production, you see.
Be patient. Everybody says be patient. But it's hard when I see them. I want to go home.
You listen here to me. I'm gonna get you where you wanna go. And we're not going to go through papers and red tape and all that jazz and garbage. Okay? We're going to do things our way. Trust me. Hey, you guys. What are you doing over there? Kelly could use a good cheering up. She's a bit down in the dumps. Huh? Well, what are you waiting for? We got a party to plan, don't we? Party? Yeah. P-A-R-T-Y.
But Dr. Rollins said...
Dr. Rollins says a lot of stuff. It don't mean we have to listen.
Remember when we first came here?
You took me riding.
Seems like a long time ago.
We had no problems, no worries, and we rode for hours. We were really free then.
No, we weren't. I was afraid. You were afraid. We couldn't even admit we loved each other. That's not freedom.
All right, you're right. It's better than what I'm feeling right now.
I hope you don't think I'm pushing you to get a divorce. I don't want you to do anything you don't believe in.
Yeah, but if it's the only way I can marry you, Mason, what else am I going to do?
Do whatever it takes to stay together as a family. Not just the two of us anymore. There's a baby now. It'll be right, Mary. We'll make it right.
Sophia, honey, I want you to come outside, see how they've started to decorate. You won't believe what... What is it?
You knew.
I knew what?
You knew about the cancer before I even told you.
Sophia.
Why didn't you say something? You knew about it, and you led me to believe that you were hearing it for the first time. You made love to me, Cece. What was the real reason for that? Was it love?